Interest? No, respect. This is the word. Okay, we are interested in Taiwan. No, not interested, okay? Respect. はい、どうも、マイキーです。今日も YouTube 撮っておきます。
よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。ということで、ちょっと今日僕 YouTube 別のスタイルでちょっと話そうかなと思うんですけど、後で皆さんにちょっと動画を見ていただきたいんですよ。で、この動画は何なのかって話なんですけど、僕2泊3日で緊急でちょっと台湾の方に行ってきたんですね。なぜ台湾の方に行ったかっていうと、皆さんおそらくこの YouTube 見てる方ご存知だと思うんですけど、AI と言ったらアメリカと台湾だよねっていうので、このアメリカのスタートアップ企業、これ一部撮影許可が得たので、そこに対しての訪問した時の動画。そこに関しては、どちらかというと打ち合わせみたいなところで何を話をしてるかっていうと、日本企業とやっていく上で、こういう風にした方がいいよってアドバイスを僕がしたりとか、あと、抱えている問題、日本と仕事するときにこういう時に問題を抱えています。その辺の打ち合わせをしてる内容があるので、その動画をちょっと後で見ていただきたいなっていうのがあって、じゃあどんな企業を訪問したのかと同時に、他にね、僕のビジネススクールのメンバーとかを一緒に行って、で、他に結構アカデミックなね、学術関係の人が多いので、彼らはこの学会の方に出たりとかしてもらったんですけど、僕ちょっと予定の段階で2泊3日しか行けなかったので、一部ちょっと撮影許可が出たので、それを後で見ていただきます。で、どんな企業を訪れたのかって話なんですけど、言ってしまうとこのヒューメトリックスという会社なんですね。経営者が2人いて、2人ともね、海外の方でも勉強してて、英語も堪能であって、で、スタートアップ企業としてっていうので、もともとエンジニアさんなんですよ。で、アメリカでずっといて、で、台湾の方に帰国してって感じなんですけど、で、どんな製品をやってるのかっていうと、言ってしまうと、スマートベッドセンサーですね。で、これ自体はもう台湾国内だけじゃなくて、香港だったりとかもいろいろ展開していて、次は日本の市場だよねっていうので、日本のスタートアップとして日本に訪問してた時に出会ったって感じなんです。じゃあ、どんな製品かっていうと、基本的にもうこのマットレスを置くだけなんですよ。で、マットレスを置くだけで、誰でも簡単に設置できるようなすごいコンパクトなものになってる製品なんです。で、ものすごいいいなと思って、じゃあ何ができるのかっていうと、基本的にこれって医療関係なんですけど、なので今回一緒に行っていた方っていうのは、脳外科医の先生だったりとか、あと医療関係のデータを扱ってるデータアナリストですね、大学とかで。そういう方も一緒に行ってたりとかしたんですよ。で、そこでこのベッドの上の行動って基本的に3つに分かれると。これが、体を動かすと。で、起きる。で、ベッドから離れるっていう。この3つの行動っていうところをちゃんとデータで取ると。で、それが、例えば LINE とかもそうなんですけど、メッセージアプリなんですか、あそこに届くような仕組みを作っていて、従来のものっていうのは通常でモニタリングされること何かっていうと、例えば心拍数、呼吸数だったりとか、あと、体を動かすところの状態。このデータを見るんですけど、それに加えて、他にも体温だったりとか、血圧だったりとか、血糖値だったりとか、血中酸素とか、こういうものも、モニタリングできるよっていうのがあって、で、それをやると何があるかっていうと、よくこうやって入院してる時に変なのに繋がれてるのないですか。あれから解放されますってことがまずできるんですよ。そのマットレスを置くだけで。っていう結構面白くない？製品として。で、患者さんのデータっていうのはクラウドに集積されていて、そこからデータ分析をしたりとかしていくんですけど、じゃあ AI に何が関係するのかって話なんですけど、それを AI で分析して、そのアプリ、例えば患者さんだったりとかもそうなんですけど、お医者さんだったりとか、その病院関係の人たちにも通達されていくと。この流れになっているっていうの。で、こんな効果が期待できるんですけど、もちろん医療の質の向上だったりとか、医療データの活用だったりとか、あと医療従事者、すごい負担が仕事が多い人たちの軽減できるという、このサービスを作っていたというのがこのヒューメトリックスって会社なんですね。これって何ができるかっていうと、例えば在宅医療をしている方、この在宅医療をしている方とかも家で簡単に言うと休養している方ですね、マットレスを変えるだけで常に病院に通知されるって状態になると。こういう風に基本的になんか問題が起きた時にすぐお医者さんに電話してみたいなことやるじゃないですか。それがもう病院の方とアクセスできるような、システムを作ったっていうのが今回の製品なんですね。で、この打ち合わせの一部、どのように AI を活用するのかも含めた上で、その僕といろいろ打ち合わせをしている内容の一部、これを動画でおそらく25分ぐらいの動画になってるんですけど、これを見ていただければいいんじゃないかなというふうに思います。The data analytics company, third is software company. How you express your companies? Depends on your answers. All my feedback is different, so that's why I want to hear it. Yeah. Actually, your expression is very fun and very touched actually. And you try to, facing big projects but I wanna hear how you express your company.
Okay. 見えました問題点。僕もう完全にわかりましたこれ。
Sorry, I'm not speaking Japanese.
No, not a problem.
Actually, can I say that?
Yes.
Actually, it's gonna be you're going to face a very how do you say the complicated problem about using the AI stuff. That is maybe two reporting the stuff is maybe a LLM model is fine. You mean the open AI is great.
Yes. But actually, like if you talk with like you report to the doctor or like some like technical peoples, maybe like LLM model is like no works out. So maybe like you need to see the more like SLM model or like a technical model that you have to use like a separate way. Like then maybe like your service is gonna be better. But right now I heard your explanation mainly for the talking about like LLM model for the OpenAI part, right? That is kind of like service is not that enough. So maybe like your company is going to be how classifies the AI to use. This is the best point of the maybe OpenAI. This is the best point for the answer paper. Like any of that. That maybe like this point of the Gemini. There will be like services that are more like sophisticated for sure. That's my opinion. Yeah, but anyway, thank you for explanation stuff. Yeah, it's great. It's fun. And actually, may I ask a question again?
Sure.
Like you said, like you're talking with like, many like Taiwanese facilities, the members and organizations, also Japanese ones. What's the difference? You said quiet, also quiet. It's Japanese quiet for sure. That's Taiwan idea. But maybe like it's like maybe Taiwan is more like a quickness to the options, like then when the determinations. It's very quick, but Japanese is maybe very slow for them to decide something, right? That's maybe like you get the headache stuff. Like maybe like Taiwan side, like maybe 20 days or like 1 week, like they decide about Japan. Okay, let me see it. Oh, let me talk to my boss. Or let me talk to my facility or organization. Oh, they're like they're thinking right now. They're on the way of the thinking. Oh, I need to get the stamp of the main manager stuff. Maybe like waiting for the 3 months. That's right. Oh, that's I want to know. That Japanese people know about that because maybe like Japanese this is a normal, but maybe Taiwan or US are more quick, right?
Yeah.
So like, that's why like I wonder why you pick up Japan for the markets. Maybe like if you wanna make the market more bigger, maybe not Japan's the last because decision is so slow. Maybe US, Taiwan, maybe Hong Kong, or maybe like the medical process maybe quickness is like Thailand and Singapore. Right, doing the business in Japan is the most hardest because of the speed of the decisions. So that's why like, I wonder why you pick up Japan. Maybe like if you wanna make your product more spread to market, know about your product. Maybe Hong Kong will be more quickness. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. And Hong Kong is even easier because of language. Yeah.
So we would like to try do something on this area because basically my background is the cloud computing and storage. Yeah, something like IoT. Okay, for Wingyan is different. Okay, we're not on this area. And in the last company, we do have a project focused on elderly care, and we do have some kind of relationship inside between us. So that is the topic we pick up first. Okay, elderly care. And for Japan, for this kind of things, I think a smart or advanced care device or robot is what we call mature market. It has been developed for over than 10 years. Okay, over than 10 years. So we believe that the mature company do have some rule or a kind of standard or a lot of things we be able to follow or study honestly. Some of our design, sure, we do have reference some of the Japanese current device. And so we will believe that, Japan is the most elder, the portion.
For sure, yes.
And for this area, for this part area, is very mature. Even due to the care worker shortage, is very serious. So use this kind of robot, what we call robot, definitely could be helped. Yeah, the culture is another thing, honestly. But years ago, 1 year ago, we didn't realize that will be a problem. Because once we do have a chance to make a call or conference, it's very, very good and communicate very good. But we just send a text message, nobody reply. Okay, for example, like this page. The respiration rate getting high, right? Our nurse will send out notification and the facility will feedback.
In Taiwan.
In Taiwan, that's a real case in Taiwan. Okay, so that make us know how to co-work with you. We try to help. But normally, it's not. Maybe it's about different country or.
Okay. I give you the rules about Japan, how they reply.
Okay.
They reply only two ways. Understanding.
Yeah.
One is understanding, so it means that if they understand, they don't reply.
Okay.
They just think.
Okay.
Because they want to make mistake, you know what?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Okay.
They want to make always like correct answers. That's why like they consider. Then afterwards they forget the reply. The understanding. Second is awareness. Because they understand and also they agree. Then first they reply. So if they disagree, they don't reply. That's the second. That's one. Third is how simple it is. Like maybe like if you use words like something difficult or like complicated, maybe like they're confused, they don't reply because they're always looking for the right answer.
Okay.
Okay, right answer. Like maybe like you know like maybe like you study in United States also like you have many experience, right? Also like I study in United States. We don't care about the right answer. We care about trend answer. That's the differences. So maybe like you, if you communicate with Japanese, maybe like you try to make them answer correctly. Like they even just correct. Okay, we try. That's the point. So other words, like maybe like Japan, maybe like you communicate with the company which is maybe like an old company or like many people is all right. They have the pride. They don't make mistakes. They think they are right. That's why like maybe like communications or maybe questioning.
Yes.
That is like you have to be more careful. Otherwise, they don't reply. That's my advice for them if you work out with Japanese companies. That's why I feel petty. That's why like, I don't work with Japanese. I'm serious. They know it. Maybe like my business is 90% in the United States. I don't work with Japanese. That's why like I wonder like your product is very good and also like. Yeah, your product is very good, and also maybe you can change something like health fields. Maybe like you can change the world or stuff. Like it's fun. But you said you don't change the world, but this is maybe like only like a small markets. You can change the world, like maybe for the area market. Yeah, right. Yeah. So, but still, like I told you, like why I don't work with Japanese people because the quickness and the kind of like strong, like those kind of. And also, all of them make me headache. So that's the point.
One is to reduce the loading. Okay, reduce the loading. First line workers loading, and the second part is about how to find a way to treat the patient and find a way to let the patient feel comfortable, and also reduce your risk. You run a facility. You do have a 10 patient, probably got a little bit serious situation, but how serious is it? You do have some
quantified.
Yeah. You could have some number to find it out. So try to reduce your risk. Yeah, that is what we do. So we try to make a connection with the facility. But in Japan, they are not. Yeah, it's not easy to make a connection. I mean, the first line. On the top level, not a problem. We can send a phone call to the manager and very happy, very okay. But if our customer service or our nurse send a message to the line, yeah, nobody answer. Yeah, something like this.
But I think on the other hand, also if you ask why we chose Japan in the very beginning, I think also this has to come to the business decision. Yeah. I think Hugo has mentioned number one, Japan anyway is the oldest country in the world. Yeah, so Japan, I believe, suffers the most from these problems. So that's number one. Also number two, the reason also very is financial reason, because in Japan you have healthcare insurance, you have elder care insurance, and even from the prefecture, every year they are spending a lot of resources to finance the care facility to buy this kind of IoT device, or they call it Kaigo robot. Yeah. So at least that's where we see, because in Taiwan, honestly, in the very beginning, it's very difficult for us because in Taiwan, there's no government subsidy. So every care facility they have to pay from their own pocket. that is extremely difficult because this is not a good business. Elder care facilities.
So means the insurance no obligation. It's no.
No. And also there's no obligation from the government saying you must use Kaiko logo. No, not in Taiwan. In the past, no.
In the past.
So it's really for us it's extremely difficult in the beginning 2 years, 3 years. So that's why we said no, we will be die. We stay in Taiwan, we had to go out. But then we had a thinking, of course, US is big, of course, but we are also a bit hesitant because doing business in US also the cost is extremely high.
Yeah,
Especially if you want to sell this as a medical device, you need to FDA clinical trial.
Yeah.
Then easily you spend maybe $1 million upfront in the beginning. And we are a small company. I cannot afford doing business in the US in the very beginning. Although we know that's a great market. So it's always in our plan, to go to the US. But in the beginning, I have to choose, okay, where can I go? The next after Taiwan. Yeah. Of course, I agree with you. Hong Kong is good. China is also a big company. It's a big market. We don't want to go to China because of many reasons. Of course, political is one issue. I think another serious issue is we are very concerned that if we go to China, then very quickly our product will be copied. Because honestly, hardware is
you have to change all the software because you cannot use US AI in China.
Exactly. Because there's no cloud, and so basically, forget it. If I want to do AI, so forget about China. So forget about China. And of course, Singapore is good, but Singapore itself is too small. The market size is too small. So that's why. And honest, by the way, our product is sold in Hong Kong. So already I have customers in Hong Kong. So it's good. Like I said, I like Hong Kong because language is the same. But also Hong Kong is too small. So that's why in the end, still we chose Japan.
How about Korea?
That is another interesting one. Yes.
Right.
We do have Korea in our mind.
Right.
Yes. So if you ask me, honest opinion is that I think our product has a lot of potential.
There's many demands for sure.
For sure. So every time, for instance, if I attend exhibition, no matter in Taiwan or in Japan, I have visitors from every country. People from US. They say this is great. So are you guys thinking to go to US? I said, question. Just yesterday, also we had a meeting with a big Taiwan. Not really big, but at least it's a Taiwanese company making medical device. So at least it's a listed company. So the owner of the company is very interested, and also he likes our idea. So already he agreed to invest in our company. So I think most likely end of this year or early next year we will have next round fundraising, roughly $1 million US dollars. So
$1 million.
$1 million US. Not a lot of money, but I think at least it's enough for us to, I would say, expand our business in Japan, because also we plan to have our branch office in Japan next year. Also, I need to hire some people, really local Japanese people, because part of the reason why we don't get feedback from Japan, I believe, is because we don't have a local presence in Japan. That's also true. As a sales, you need to talk to the customer. Once you and have sake, then 2 times, 3 times, then they will tell you everything, and not like all we are doing remote. So that's really our plan. But then after that, our next plan is really, if we have chance to get money from Japan or from US, then of course that will help us to bring our product to further in Japan or to the US. That's really what our plan is. Yes. But it's just that. Also every time when I go to Japan, I'm learning new things. Just like people.
How about that? What you learn for the new? What do you learn for new? Every time you go to Japan, you learn something, right? You get something new. So what did you learn last time you came to Japan?
But also then I must say that the people in Kansai area is also different from Tokyo. Of course, right now most of our customers are in Tokyo area. I have the first customer in Chiba, and also there are some other facility testing our product in Mie, Saitama, Kuruma, and Kanagawa. So it's all in Kanton area. And then, nothing wrong with people in Tokyo, but Tokyo people, it's difficult to figure out what they're thinking. They don't tell you. They don't.
That's the truth, right? Like
They
they're
don't tell you
hiding
the truth.
something there
Yes. They keep everything
inside.
Yes, and they can tell you, yeah, of course, blah 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 blah. Especially the government agency. I hate to deal with Japanese government agency because also our product is a kind of, we call it assistive device. In Japan it's an assistive device, and there's a big association for assistive device. So of course we have to deal with this association because we are probably the first foreign company who register our product in their database. Well, I guess on one hand, they, of course, they are no aid association. Yeah. I guess on one hand, of course, they say something very politely. Yeah, great. Yeah, of course, we welcome foreign company. But on the other hand, I guess they will get pissed off. I guess, yeah. This is some, brutal foreign company and who has no local presence in Japan, so they are also afraid. And then I have a few times meeting with this association. Then you can talk for 2 hours, but after 2 hours, you know what they say. So in the end, actually, you think maybe they actually refuse me to register my product, but they don't tell you openly. Say no. They just say no, but maybe this is maybe blah 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 blah. And at least that's my initial feeling. Yeah? But if I talk to the people in Osaka, then Osaka people say, this is too expensive. I want discount. Of course, no problem. We can discuss. But in Tokyo, they say, okay, how much is your price? Yeah, I say, okay, 200 baht, for instance. And they told me, okay. And then they go away. Yeah. And then, so what does that mean? Are you interested or are you not interested? Do you think this is too expensive or this is reasonable?
What is the point of that?
Yeah. And that's somehow difficult. That's my feeling. It's somehow difficult to do business with people in Tokyo area. Yeah, but in Osaka, they tend to be more direct. They will tell you, yes, okay, I like it, but I need this stuff. No problem. That's also the way I like it.
Actually, that's funny data that the customer in the airport, like maybe like if we go to the brand shop, maybe like a Louis Vuitton or like a Hermes stuff,
Yes.
we checking. Oh, I want to have one. Okay, give me one. This is actually like how you do the shopping in the airport, right? But actually, Japanese customers said, how much is it? Okay, let me think about it. They go away and they never come back. So actually, after question is of the brand shop, who is the rudest customer in the world? They pick up Japan. I understand.
But they tend to be polite. No, Japanese is famous for politeness.
No, or is they thinking about seeking like a cheaper and stuff right now? These 5-10 years, Japan is
I think so because of the current economy situation.
Yeah.
That's also why we pick up Japan because we think, okay, anyway, we're coming from Taiwan, so we have cost advantage, honestly, and also the sensor we chose is really cheap. And I shouldn't say cheap, but it's just enough. It's just good enough to be useful. And I think also Japan is the whole Japan. At least for me, I see the change in Japan because Japan is not anymore 10, 20 years ago. 10, 20 years ago,
totally different.
Yes, Japan is very conservative. Forget about foreign products, unless it's from US or from Europe. Yeah, we are from Taiwan. Make something made in Taiwan, probably Japan will say, they don't like it. But now I see there's a big difference. For instance, like this time I was attending an exhibition in HCI in Tokyo, also Caretex in Osaka. So we say, okay, we are coming from Taiwan and we use semiconductor and also AI technology. We have AI technology from Taiwan. And honestly, I must say that there was quite some interest from the visitors. Yeah. So they come and say, we are from Taiwan. So they started to, believe or at least has some kind of interest for products coming from Taiwan. And I think on the other hand, although the Japanese customers, they may not agree, but honestly, if you look at ICT development, Japan is already falling behind from many other countries. things,
Right.
including
Actually, I didn't like the expression about interest. I'm like, okay, I know that many Japanese looking at always, right? I mean, the past 23 years ago, Japanese looking down to the Asian stuff.
yes,
But right now, what is booming for them? Maybe artificial intelligence. One is the semiconductors.
Yeah.
Who's making? Taiwan, right? Then now it's the US.
Yes.
But the most remarkable company, maybe NVIDIA.
yeah.
The CEO is the Taiwanese.
Yes.
The MD CEO is the Taiwanese sister.
You know, yes.
Interest? No, respect. This is the word. Okay, we are interested in Taiwan. No, not interested. Okay, respect. This is the point. So like even still right now, the Japanese they don't know about how much Taiwan is working on for the semiconductor and as artificial intelligence. They don't know it, but actually, no, we are interested in Taiwan. No, not interest, respect. You have to change the mind. Respect.
Yes. And then I think also Japan has another issue is that Japan there are just too many rules, regulation,
Yeah.
explicit or implicit rules
Uh-huh.
in Japan, and I think we as a startup, I think the good thing with startup is we are always trying to change the rules. So in Taiwan we are trying to change
Yeah.
a lot of things.
Uh,
Also in Japan we want to change a lot of things. Also we believe that if you don't change, anyway you will die.
yeah.
You will die in 10 years or so. And I think also in Japan it's the same case. Just like you said, yeah, you just cannot afford because in Japan there are just less and less young people. So there's no enough taxpayer to give you the resources to support all these old people. If you don't change the way you run business or you do your things.
Yeah, I keep telling to the business person all the time, but they don't listen, right?
I think you are just unlucky. You need to.
No, I don't know it's Japanese.
No,
I'm
no.
just telling to Japanese business person stuff, but they don't get it.
I agree. Especially the bigger the company, the difficult to deal with.
Yeah, well,
In Japan.
bigger company always they're thinking about okay, how I'm gonna eat on the dinner with my family. That's the conversation.
So that's also another reason.
Uh-huh.
But I must say that so far we still have good impression and also good expectation about Japan. Yeah, I know it's difficult, but honestly, already I think we are making some good progress in Japan. Like you said, I fully agree with you. Japanese people are slow, especially when decision making. But honestly, because right now, I guess that's probably also because of the approach we use. Because, like I said, right now the approach I use is we use friends introduce another friend, and those friends will introduce care facilities.
Wake up around. Sorry.
So for instance, like the first time, so my friend said, okay, I know some care facility. Yeah. So do you have time? And then he will tell me, and he will take me to the care facility. I said, of course. So he showed me to the care facility. So we had talked, and the care facility was interested. They should have respect to my product. Yeah. So they respect my product. And then immediately in the meeting, I said, okay, by the way, I have a few units. So do you want to test it? Yeah. And then immediately in the meeting, in the first meeting, then I left my product there and I have my products installed at the care facility. So that's how I accumulate all these test users. I think this is probably also something not usual in Japan, because in Japan normally, the first meeting is only has been much there and blah 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 blah, and then probably only after the second meeting or the third meeting they were allowed to test your products.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the normal flow.
Yeah.
But for me, anyway, I think.
Yes, you have to wait for it. Right?
Anyway, I'm not a Japanese company and I'm not a Japanese, so I don't necessarily have to follow the rule. So that's why that's another, I would say, advantage for us. We can pretend anyway we are a foreign company, so I can break, not really break, but I guess I don't follow the Japanese rules. Yeah, but of course it's up to you. Of course you can say no, I'm not ready. Yeah, please, maybe the next time. Of course, I respect that. But if you agree, then I can, I have to be quick. Everybody has to be quick, act quicker.
That's why I tell you, right? And you need patience. Working with Japanese.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. And then, of course, like I said, not every customer can act quickly. Still, some other big company, they will say, "Ah, we think about it. We have to go back and we got to and then I just leave it. But still, I think, honestly, I'm still positive about Japan. I think also a lot of Japanese people are also changing. Honestly, I think also they have to change. They realize they have to change. Of course, the problem with Japan is all the way from the government and the politicians have to be changed first. Of course, they always say that they need to change, but
はい、ということで、皆さんちょっと長い動画だったんだけど見ていただいてありがとうございました。台湾ですね。今後もまた行こうかなっていうのがあって、で、AI と言ったらっていうので、さっきも冒頭に言ったんですけど、台湾と、アメリカだよねっていうのは、これは僕の YouTube 見てる方、何人も見てる方は多分おそらく理解してると思うんですけど、で、またね、僕も来年ね、定期的におそらく台湾の方に行って、いろいろね、向こうの企業の方からかとかもね、なんかこういうアドバイスしてほしいんですみたいな話があったりとかするので、そういうのも含めて、行こうかなっていうのがあって、で、できればね、ツアーとかもやりたいなみたいなのもあって、でそういうのも含めてね、また公式 LINE とか登録していただけると、そういう情報も流したりとかするので、ぜひ皆さん、僕概要欄から公式 LINE 登録できるので、そこで登録していただけると、いろんな情報を配信してます。あとね、僕の言う LINE 登録していただけると、毎週僕レポートを出してます。で、このレポートっていうのが、この YouTube で話した内容と、そのとは別の情報とかも流したりとか、レポートに書いたりとかしてるんで、それも受け取りたいっていう方いたら、ぜひ登録してみてください。あともし YouTube の面白いなって思ってくれた方は、ぜひチャンネル登録にコメント続けて、あとシェアの方もよろしくお願いします。
だいぶ真面目な回になったと思うんで。
なんか俺のチャンネル不真面目みたいな。
不真面目ではある。
不真面目ではあるよね。
いや、なんか台湾行ったことないんで、どんな感じなんだろう。
10年前とかに僕2年半ぐらいいたんですけど、で、5年ぶりにも行ったんですよ、台湾。マジで変わってて。まずアイスのスーパーカップ350円が高えと思ったんです。
日本より高いか。
全然高い。3倍するよ。2.5 倍ぐらいか。
台湾ってなんか全然物価安いイメージだった。
いや、昔安くて、夜市とか行っても、普通に安いなーっていうので食ってたのよ。あの時と同じ値段だったら、日本のお祭りの値段と変わんなくなってると。だから飯とかは全部高くて、不動産はマジで日本より全然高いです。
でも数年で一気に発達しちゃったんだ。
そうだ、台湾のずっと仲いい友人が投資経営者とか投資家の友人がいて、会って話したんだけど、日本の不動産が安すぎるから、なんか年末に不動産買いあさりに来るっすね。その20代ですよ。
いや、台湾の方が高いってイメージないな。い
や、高い。でも全然高い。
いつの間にそんな上がってんだ。
高い。だから、買いあさりに来るんですよ。最近京都のやついくつか買ったって言ってて、次東京の方いくつか買うんです。日本マジで安いっつって。クオリティで4、5千万は安すぎると。
とんでもない金持ちだな。
10代から彼のこと知ってる。高校終わりぐらいから知ってるから、優秀だったから、なんか今もうすごい偉くなっちゃって、すごいなと思って。血が仲間です。なんで、どんどん日本が安いっつってるので、どんどん買われちゃうのかな。
そうなるんでしょうね、多分。
タイ人の知り合いとかも日本の不動産超安いっつって、タイ人と知り合い買いに来てたんですよ。日本がそれだけね、貧乏になってるってことなんで、為替も弱いしね、なんか僕はなんか客観的に見てますけど。